Good morning, everybody. This is the Rock Your Biz Blab, and I'm your host, Kirsten McKay-Smith. And every week, I am bringing you an expert in business, entrepreneurship, marketing, and just in general being awesome to help you guys and to help myself rock our biz. So today, I am super, super honored to have a good friend of mine, Tracy Paplow, here. And I have Tracy's bio. I'm going to read so that you guys kind of get a background of her before we get started on our interview. So
Thanks, Kirk.
Tracy Paplow is a single mom of two. Her daughter's 24 and lives in New York, and her son is 16. Hi, Santi, and lives with her. Tracy has been in the relationship enhancement business for over 12 years. She turned from taxes to toys, love it, because she went to college with finished college with an accounting degree, got her CPA license, and worked in public accounting for 3 years. She then stayed in corporate America and worked in database decision accounting and IT. She started her passion parties business on October 1st, 2003, and has always done at least $6,000 in sales or more, many times more, every single month. She decided to start building a team in 2006 and has never looked back. Tracy loves to shop, to cook, and to work out. She's in her workout clothes today. She's a sunshine diva and loves anything outside in the summer sun. You live in Colorado, just FYI. But yeah, luckily we have.
But it's really sunny though. It's really sunny here.
It's really sunny. It's just not summer sun.
I didn't say it was warm. I said it was sunny.
Yes, that's good. Good one. Good one. You will often find her by the pool doing coaching calls and working on her business. Tracy believes in a life of high vitality and balance. And what I'm going to add, because Tracy did not add this to her bio because she's super modest, but I want to add that Tracy doesn't mention this. She is a national director with Pure Romance, is the leader of a over $1 million team, and was only one of two Passion Parties consultants who got appointed. They were chosen because of what they've done in their business to be on the senior board of directors with Pure Romance. So in the entire Passion Parties company that got bought out by Pure Romance, 2 people were selected for this high honor. This is one of the highest honors in Pure Romance. Tracy was one of them. Just not, not to put any pressure on you, Trace, but you're kind of a big deal.
Well, okay. If you say so, Kirsten, then I guess you're right. I'll go with that.
I do say so. So is there, just a little background. Is there anything you wanted to add that you think is valuable in, the people watching this are the people that are Pure Romance consultants who were probably most of them were Passion Party consultants, and they want to know, what do they need to do anything differently? Do they need to just keep doing the same old? So those are our
Sure.
people that are going to be watching this. So is there anything you wanted to add to your background?
Yeah, I think one thing, Kirsten, and thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I think it is funny, the things that we say about ourselves or things we don't say. So cute how you brought that up. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And I'm very just honored and proud to be able to be a leader of an amazing team. Without a doubt, our determined divas they rock. Kirsten's hung out with us. She knows us, and it's just been great support. Probably something I want to add, and it's going to be on a personal note, because I think it really does help people relate to somebody, because oftentimes you look at just the highlights or the accomplishments, but I am a very, very, very real person. I will let you know right this. Sometimes in my bio, I'll let you know I have been through a number of things. I've been through marriages. I've been through divorces, and notice those were both plural. I have been through bankruptcy. I have been through repossession. I have been through death. I have experienced infidelity. I don't think there's anything that I could tell you that as a real person that each and every one of us tend to do at different times have come into our lives. But at the end of the day, those are not the things I pay attention to. Those are not what I talk about all the time. Those are not what drive me or my business. Those are just something that's called life, and it happens. So I go through all the same things everybody else does. But I choose not to make those the most important part of, the 23 hours of my day. Instead, I focus on the things that are happy, that are fun, that bring me success, that bring me financial stability and those other items. But I want you to know, the list even goes on. There's so much that most people just don't know about me because It's not what I'm always putting out there, but it is there and it does exist, and I'm no different than anybody else.
That's awesome and such a good point, and interesting you brought that up, because I've been kind of thinking a lot about that the last few days in what we share with people, because I had I had someone bring that up to me and saying that I don't share everything and that I should share everything, and I'm like, I'll put out, I'm not going to lie to people. Right. Like, I've been through a lot of those same things that you have, and but I'm not going to dwell on it. And I don't want to be like, oh, look, I don't want to give it as an excuse for a reason I'm not doing something. So I completely agree with you. I love that. So first of all, what I want to I would love for you to share is some of the things that you're doing to transition your Passion Parties business to your Pure Romance business, and some of the similarity, some of the things you're doing the same, and some of the things.
And I think that's a great question, Kristen. It's so funny because, and you know me pretty well, and I'm a numbers girl. Okay, that's some of my background. So when I finished up last year in December, believe me, by December, my goal date was December 7th. By December 7th, I had a full blown, pretty detailed business plan. I mean, a real good business plan for what 2016 would do. It included people, growth, sales, trainings. It was everything that I was going to focus on to move me to the next level. Okay. Well, on January 11th, that plan really became somewhat obsolete, though some of the components and foundations were the same. And with the magnitude of transitional elements, it was really hard to go, oh my gosh, I've got to figure all this out. I can't figure it out yet. I don't have the same data, the same experience. It's a different world. So I came up with two incredible mantras, and mantras are things that will move us from point A to point B very, very quickly. And I just knew where I needed to focus. So you're going to laugh at my new business plan that is in place until probably we get back from World Conference, and then I'll have a little bit more detailed one.
Right.
But it was called, and I excuse my language, but it just works here. I need to book a shitload of parties and recruit like a maniac. And that's kind of the business plan that me and my team are using right now. So what that means is transitionally, both myself and in everything that we've talked about with my team, whether it's a rally, a conference call, a coaching call, it is a great, great focus on your personal business. Pure Romance rewards us for doing a personal business. Yep. There's 5 elements that you can use to build a team and a business. 2 of them relate to your personal business. So your personal sales, your personal recruiting. So right now, transitionally, I would say that level of focus has gone to like a 10 times fold. Go do your parties. Holy cow, that's what we're supposed to do in the first place. But we're really rewarded for that. Has anybody noticed that we get some pretty incredible buying discounts, especially when you add in the sales, the deals that they put out there? You're making a ton of money just by doing what you should do in the first place, which is your own parties. Next, you're recruiting. It's all about you bringing people in. And the most beautiful thing I feel that has helped this transition to be, I don't know, I would say smooth, quick, fast, expedient, is the systems and resources that are available the minute a new consultant signs up. Who's gone to party school? Who's looked at the COO and just been able to walk through things? I've had most of my team out there telling me how to do all that while I'm handling some other more team-oriented stuff. And they're like, all right, here's the best training, Tracy, do this. So we've empowered each other very, very highly to whoever's running with a certain piece, bringing that back to the group to help our transition of training and leverage just be very powerful within our team and helping each other with this. So those have been my main transitional focuses, and just continuing with Booking Blitz. We're running one right now. So if anybody out there isn't a passion part or a Pure Romance consultant and need a party, let me know. We'll book you. Okay. Just kidding. I know you all are. But that is, I think those same foundations that we've always had, as leaders, are they still work. There's no difference. We still do parties and we still bring new team members into our teams. And that's really, if that's all you can do right now, you're doing 90% of what you need to do.
Right. And Tracy, you brought up a great point with that's what we should all be doing anyway. And I think because our old compensation plan was a little different, we thought our businesses were supposed to be a little different.
Exactly.
And I think you're pretty amazing. I mean, you're somebody who after 12, 13 years, you were still doing those same things, which is why you were chosen to be on this board because the board requires, the board requirements require high personal sales, high personal sponsoring, and team sales, which you kept up the high personal sales and the high personal sponsoring throughout your entire Passion Parties business, even while building your team.
Yep. So it was an easy transition for me in that sense that it was already there, because that's always been my philosophy, which I think, you know, back in the day, Kirsten, it kept me very solid and kept my feet very grounded on a good foundational business. So it wasn't because I knew this was going to be like a gift to be given to me. It's just the way I saw running my business made the most sense because I had a little more control over it. So I'm pretty excited that the PR comp plan really rewards for something that I already had in place, and now I can only do it a little bit better. It makes sense in my mind. Wrapping my head around it has been simple because it's already there.
Right. So what advice would you give to all the newer Passion Party consultants who just maybe signed up in the last 6 months before the transition? What are some simple things that they can start doing to have success with Pure Romance?
And I think that's a really great thing, Kristen. What I'm going to say right now is pretend like you are a retail store and pretend like it's Black Friday. And what would you do on Black Friday? You would open your doors early. You would stay there late. You would talk to everybody. You'd be ringing people up left and right because you have this window of time, about a month, a little more, to make some massive sales and build your customer base. That's us right now. Valentine's Day is actually a season in our world. You are in the heart of that season, and it will flow until the end of March. It starts mid-January and it goes to the end of March, and it is just magical. So I want you to work twice as hard as what you think you were going to do right now. Just do it. It's no different than from an athletic standpoint. If you're preparing for a race, a competition, or anything of that sort, you're going to put a little more effort. You're going to focus a little more. You're going to get up early and work out that day because you have a deadline. And I'm telling you right now, you have a deadline to just embrace it. The next thing, if you have set a goal or an intention, I like the word intentions, for example, to do 4 parties a month. Maybe you're working full time, you've got kiddos, you have a full life already, but you're like, yeah, a party a week is good. I'm going to tell you right now, take that number and times it by 2. And I'm not kidding you. Just do it. Because when you do and you say that's what you're going to do, you're going to absolutely hit your minimum, which was the 4 in the first place. But if your intention or your goal is 4, you might end up at 2 and you're not going to feel happy. And here's the deal. Money in your pocket. You guys, I did 3 parties last weekend. Pretty normal for me. I had a Friday night and 2 on Saturday. And then I went for Super Bowl all day Sunday and took the day off. It was great. Do you want to know what I put in my pocket? Monday morning, I had to recalculate everything because I was like shocked. I made over $2,400. Like, $2,400. $2,400 was in my pocket as my profit in one weekend.
And letting people know who aren't really sure about the differences in the compensation plans and what you can work up to with Pure Romance, how much more do you think did you figure it out? Because I've been figuring it out every weekend. How much more now that you're a Pure Romance consultant?
And you know what? It's so funny. On that weekend, I don't have the answer, but I'll put it back to perspective for everybody, because the very first party I walked out the door and did. I mean, my Pure Romance kid arrived at 3:30. I had to leave by 5 o'clock to get to my party. It was up near you, Kirsten, in the big metropolis of Johnstown. So I was headed that way north. Woo! And at the end of the night, okay, I did a party, and my party sales were right around $1,000. In fact, they were a little bit under. But when I compared, because I had a training the next morning for my team, I sat down and I looked at it. I said, if I had been Passion Parties versus Pure Romance, what was the difference? I made $198, basically $200 more for a simple little party with simple little sales with 4 girls there, just because of the comp plan, the products, the way people purchased and bought. So on an average party, easily you're making $150 to maybe $250 more per party in your pocket. Your hourly rate just went up huge.
Right. Yeah. So I did the same thing. My first weekend, I had 2 parties, no Pure Romance product, no Pure Romance catalogs. I walked into the party. I'm like, hey, this is what's up. And I ended up each an average. So I did the same calculations with the sales and everything. So I put my stuff in during a sale. I ended up figuring out I made $50 an hour more. And then I'm like, putting that in perspective to real life, like, who's ever gotten a $50 an hour raise?
Exactly.
What? Like, that's
for doing the same thing. For doing the same thing, Kristen.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes. And for not knowing, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was going on.
And you were like, you were totally like winging it.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, what is that? What does this scent smell like?" I'm like, "I don't know. What does this taste like? I don't know." Like I was a disaster.
I was there,
and I still. Yeah, it was crazy. It was fun. So one thing, I know you're in a hurry today, but everything so far alone has been completely invaluable. But I went to my team and I asked them, like, what are some things you want to know? What's going on? So a lot of people we have a lot of mutual friends on Facebook. A lot of people have asked me, what is this VIP lounge all about? What are the benefits you're getting, and how are you marketing to them? And because I think you posted something about, you're giving away some free product. So can you fill us in?
Really funny. So let's back up a little bit. If you're active on Facebook, somewhere along the way in your business, you probably created a business page. And then fairly recently, as in maybe the last 4 or 5 months, maybe even less, you might have created more of a group, because Facebook changed their algorithms and things. So people weren't really seeing your posts in your page. It just wasn't doing a lot of good. And I personally wasn't even running my page great. So these groups were out there so that you could really bring together, just like you have for your team group, more information. So you as a business person, you have this group of people and you're able to communicate and they're seeing what's going on. Okay. I never did this. I was just like, I don't know. Do I want to do a group? Do I not? Oh, it sounds like a lot of work. So when I went to the summit here, the Empowerment Summit in Denver on January 26th, the language that was used, which was VIP lounge, just seemed to work for me. It was classy. It was special. And I'm like, oh, that's a really fancy name for a Facebook group for my business. Went home, started thinking about it. Actually worked very closely with one of my leaders on my team, Julie Salter, and another fabulous $1 million leader who's been in the business forever, Maria Jackson. And we kind of brainstormed a little bit and I go, I just got to do this. I'm doing it. So we have Tracy's, Pure Passion VIP Lounge, and it sounds really awesome. And it's nothing more than just a group for the people I choose to be in the group. Now, how do you get to VIP? You just say, I want to be in the lounge. It's really not much more than that, okay? And the reason I did that is because I wanted to build up my group. So within about 24 hours, I had over 1,000 people. The next 48 hours, I had about 2,000 people in my group because I just let it kind of go the gamut. I wanted people in there who had some level of interest, or they thought their friends did, to just know more about everything with Pure Romance. So it is a pure romance group. It's not Tracy and her kids. It's not what I'm going to work out. I really am keeping it very focused on the business. So part of the giving away of free products, like many of you, I had some Passion Party inventory left over. I can't stand having stuff in my way because I'm either throwing it in the trash or I figured I might as well put it in the box to send to somebody because it's just, I'm moving on. I'm in new world and it was just on my shelves and I didn't want it. So I just ran some fun contests, said, add your friends, do this and that. I'll do some drawings. I'll send you $100 in free stuff that to me was worth zero because it was going in the trash, but it was great items that were brand new. I mean, lube, toy cleaner, etc. So I just have had fun with it. So on my VIP lounge, now when I go to a party, here's the great part. I'm sitting, I'm chatting to somebody and I let them know, you've been at a party with me. You've been here. So I am giving you an invitation to my VIP lounge. Would you like to join? It just talks about the business. I do specials. It's fun. They're like, yeah, put me in there. So now I'm individually adding people every time I meet at the party. So my customers, my clients, which I like the word clients better. It's another word I'm using. Yep. Hostesses, people who are interested in the business, 100%. So really, Kirsten, it's just a fancy name for something that I should have been doing in the first place.
Right. So what kind of things are you posting, like articles, like fun things? Are you asking for interaction or just throwing out some info?
Interaction is great. So a variety of things. I do think daily posting is pretty important. So there are great tools out there that whether you hire somebody to do this for you or you use different tools that you set up your posts and you make sure you have stuff daily. I'm on there all the time. So I see something, I copy somebody else's, I read it, I grab it, I put it out there. And then one of the things that I am doing is you can do a poll. The last thing I posted, for example, was a picture of the lingerie, which is new to us. So that's kind of exciting, right? And I just said, pick your favorite piece or two, never more, comment below. Everybody who comments today, I'm going to throw into a drawing. They win a free piece of lingerie. Plus, if you comment, you get a 20% off coupon for your piece this Valentine's Day. So now I've got, 50 comments on a post. I'll pick a winner this afternoon. I will send everybody a little message with a 20% cute little coupon. I'll make something up and make a cute graphic. Let them know there's a deadline. Get back with me, order their lingerie. And so I get some sales. I get some interest. I have booked several parties from my group. Definitely people interested in the business. You just got to keep it. It's all about energy, Kirsten. You know this very well. Energy goes back and forth.
Right.
So you don't just put it out there and walk away. You ask for feedback. You ask for a response. You do a little quiz. You do a scramble of words. You've got to do something every once in a while where people are like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm going to hang out. During the day, I'm at work and I'm on Facebook. Right. I'm going over to the lounge and checking it out. Boom. There you go. So yes, 100%.
Awesome. I love it. And it's funny because I have a ton of groups for a ton of different things, and I've never put my name on any group. But after the training, I did that. I did the same thing, and I love the VIP lounge. So mine's called Kirsten's VIP lounge. But I might want to add something with passion or pure romance or something in it so people know. So would you recommend, because right now mine's just called Kirsten's VIP lounge, and that might be more of like a pictures of my dog.
Well, that's not what I was thinking, Kirsten, that you were putting pictures up, but yeah, maybe your dog. Okay. No, 100%. So market your name. And if there's a tip I can give you guys, you want to continually use the words Pure Romance, Tracy Paplow, Pure Romance. Use it in your presentation. Use it in your lounge. Use it on your materials. Let people tie to you, because I will tell you right now, a couple of the reasons why this transition has been pretty smooth for me is even though everybody knows me as passionate, and I still love that word, and I'm very passionate, and I'm not losing that word no matter what. They know Tracy Paplow. They know what Tracy Paplow does. Yeah. I don't have some fancy, Denver Diva Vixens or something, and nobody knows who the heck runs that. It's Tracy Paplow. Just like you, Kirsten, you market your name. So market yourselves, keep your name in everything, but then add what that element is. And especially for you, Kurt, because you really have different areas of focus. You've got all of your athletics, your food, your nutrition, you do all that. This piece, put the words Pure Romance in there. I think it's awesome. They market a ton as a company, tie into it.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with that. Thank you. So to wrap up, is there any other kind of last minute advice, or just, I know my people like checklists, they like simple tips, they like do this, which you've given us a lot of, but is there anything you feel like we haven't covered that's really important that you would want?
I think with this business too, you guys, it's not any different than it used to be. Book your parties, create your events, stay connected with your hostesses. I'm big on hostess coaching in person. Set up a meeting, meet with them for 15, 20 minutes, buy them a Starbucks, make your party awesome. Power up your parties, you guys. One of the things I do when I am at my party, I work. I put them on my Facebook. I put them in my newsletter. I have got every detail of activity I can do right there in the shopping room. So when I come home, I don't have a pile of stuff sitting there that I don't want to get to at midnight, or I don't want to get to the next day. So work at your parties. Have your hostesses work for you. So if it helps to make a checklist, so I have like a great little sheet. Here it is right here. Woo! It's just kind of fun. That's my high heel diva shoe on there because that's my team. That's everything about a party. It's all the contact. And down at the bottom, I got my little checklist of what I like to do. Create an event, enter that party in the coup, follow up, send them a thank you note afterwards. Whatever you do in your business, have it somewhere where you can go check. Because if you are a busy gal like me, you got 20,000 things coming at you all the time, and you don't want to miss a beat on your parties. Your parties are the heart. They're the most important part. The other tip I want to give you is show up. Show up as often as you can to anything going on. And if you're like, well, I'm kind of busy, I'm not sure. First of all, you're here today. Make sure that no matter what, you are involved with one corporate thing a week and at least one team thing a week. So if you have a weekly call, a weekly training, a connection with your sponsor, at least once a week, you are working your business. It could be for 15 minutes. That's okay. Corporate. Yeah. Whether it's a video, they have so much opportunity for you. Show up to the live events, show up online, see something. So keep yourself engaged. You're feeding yourself. You're feeding yourself that good connection. So each of those at least once a week. And then obviously run your parties like you need to. And when you're ready to step up your business, reach out to Kirsten, because she will help you go from first step to second to third. And it is a step. You don't take a leap. Nobody goes from the bottom of the staircase to the top of the stairs at the stadium by just jumping. You got to take each stair one at a time.
Yeah. Awesome. So many good gems in there, Tracy. You are so amazing. I'm super grateful you're in my life. I am so glad that we are friends and we've stayed connected through all these years. So if any of you guys out there have any other questions for Tracy, she is Tracy Paplow on Facebook. That's a great way to get a hold of her. She is on. And you guys, anyone out there, I really feel, and I know Tracy agrees with me, that we are women who want to see each other succeed. So if you're this and you're not on my team and you're not on Tracy's team, and maybe you've never met your sponsor, or maybe you don't like your sponsor. There's people on my team that don't like me. It's okay. You guys unheard of, right? Reach out to somebody else in the business. You guys come reach out to me, reach out to Tracy. Find somebody you can relate to, find somebody you love in this business, and help each other, boost each other up, and help each other succeed, because that's what we are all about. That's why Tracy's here with me today. She's helping me help my team, and hopefully together help a ton of other people. So thank you, Tracy, so much. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye, you guys.
If you have any questions, message me, message Kerr, get her. I'll answer if I didn't see everything that was out there. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Bye, guys.